everybody, welcome to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I'm your host, Smooth Operative, and you are watching Time Capsule. It's the show where we travel back in time to your favorite years in gaming and showcase awesome speedruns of games released in the same year. Tonight is our final episode of Time Capsule, and so I thought we'd have a bit of fun with remasters of some of my favorite games originally released in 1997. Featuring 2017's Crash Bandicoot 2 off of the Insane trilogy, and later I'll show everybody what I've been working on in Tomb Raider 2 Secrets from the 2024 Remastered Collection. But of course, before we begin, let's cover those announcements. First off, GDQ 2025 will be live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, January 5th through the 12th. Registration and hotel booking are now open. You can visit gamesdonequick.com and check the GDQ 2025 important dates section to learn more about that. UBIF is also returning as GDQ's first Black charity event, Back to Black, which will be live February 7th through the 9th. Run submissions are open from now until November 5th, and you can go to submissions.gamesdonequick.com for more info. Games Done Quick is also hiring. We are looking for an event programming lead that will be responsible for the 10,000-foot view of our mainline event schedules. So if you're interested or know somebody that might be, head on over to gamesdonequick.com/jobs and make sure to apply before November 2nd. Okay, with all of that said, I'm ready to see Crash Bandicoot 2 get absolutely destroyed by our first runner tonight. So please welcome Gaffy Taffy.
Thank you. I hear the metaphorical claps going on in my head anyway. And I am so excited to show this off and just thankful to be here. This is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, despite what some other Crash NST runners may say. Crash 2 is definitely the best. There's no contest. And I am joined with two of the greats, NST's own Merkaz.
Hello.
And Hammerhead Labs, which I will definitely let you guys introduce yourselves once we get started here.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hello.
I just don't know what to say. Just hello, it's fun.
You're doing great, and I love you for it. But is everybody feeling about ready?
Oh, yeah. Ready when you are.
Yep.
Hammer, would you want to give us a 3, 2, a countdown? I won't take that from you two.
Okay. All right. You ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Let's do this thing.
Let's go. Good luck.
Let's go. You got this.
So Tippy said it. I couldn't say it any better myself. This is the remake of the original game, which came out in 1997. And this is the most pure platformer while also having some speed to it. And it's kind of why I was drawn to it. And so we're going to go into Turtle Woods here, which is the first of 25 levels. Each one, it's important that we grab the crystal so that way we can progress to the boss fights and move up a floor to go on to do 5 more levels and do another boss fight. The cool thing about this run is, although it is, yes, you can jump, you can walk, you can slide, and you can spin, walking is about this fast. Sliding is a little bit faster, and if you spin at the end of it, oh, there's no cooldown to your slide. Well, then some cool people found out that if you do a slide spin jump onto an elevated surface, you go really fast, and then it's a chained rhythm to keep it together, conventionally called a hob slide for marathon purposes and just runs that people may not have seen it. I'll call it like a super slide spin because I feel like that's just apt. But yeah, Merkaz might know some more like why this happens or something to that effect.
First of all, you can't take the Hobbs name out of the Hobbs slide. That's just rude. All right, we gotta pay our respects to the man himself.
You might be like, well, why the heck is it called that? I don't see any hogs anywhere.
Yeah, hog slide. No, so there was a theory. I don't know if this is true or not. That it's the falling speed because you're still like in the slanted like crash slide spin animation when you land. So that causes it. So when you keep it chained, like you have to keep it chained if you are too slow with your R1 or circle input, whatever you use to slide. Or if you're too fast, then you're going to break it and you need another standard surface. Jesus. English is not my first language. No, so that is the main speed tech. Then we also have double slides, which you will see.
Oh yeah, I love me some double slides.
And you saw Gaffy just got a mask form, and that will be used in cases where usually you can go through like stacks of boxes or avoid obstacles that would damage you for speed efforts. A lot of the times you will see Gaffy get hit or use the mask to make sure that he doesn't get this mask in the bad spaces, because there are places where it loses you time because you have to watch an animation. Like this one.
Yep.
So that is a good example. Yeah, I think I've said most of what I wanted to say about like the general movement. Oh yeah, double slide is just press slide twice when you land. It's like pretty, I don't know how many frames it is, but it's pretty rough. It's not always the easiest tech to pull off.
So I do like to call out that specific section there, right at the snow part. It just feels, there's so many little parts of this that just feel so smooth. Like you'll jump over a hole and then you get a double slide into a perfect little ramp for a hob slide. And it's like, ooh, I'm schmoving and grooving.
Nice.
Yeah, there's really cool like combos you can do with that. Basically, like jumps into double slides into hob slides, and it looks so smooth. But in theory, like you're pressing a lot of buttons, and like the timing is correct on all of that. So that's actually a lot more impressive than it looks.
Is it hard to get the timing down for it?
Yes.
Yes. It took me so long. Okay. When I was learning this game, I thought about dropping it because I'm like, I'm just losing so much time. I keep dropping this. I'm not having fun. And Runner is no longer playing this game. Just was like, it comes with time, and told me to be patient. I'm so glad, because like when you finally do get it, it's so rewarding. And then you get to a high enough level, you're like, I shouldn't have dropped that, and you start hating it again. But that's the full circle.
I feel like it's just one of those where you will have absolutely zero success, and then it just like clicks.
Yeah,
and then yeah, exactly. And it just feels so good when it clicks.
Yeah. Also, streamer, you missed a gem.
Oh, I missed a gem. We like poverty routing, since if you do collect the gem, you have to talk to Brio, and he tells you, actually, we're gonna save the day if you get all the gems. And Crash doesn't like to be happy, I guess, so it's faster to not get them. We don't like extra cutscenes.
Don't like to be happy. Very cynical on this show.
Exactly. Can't you tell we're all having a terrible time?
Yeah.
I also think one thing to be noted about Hop Slide is that there are a lot of, you don't have to just do it on like one of these slopes or like a really high elevated surface. There's like little like parts of like the geometry on the side that you can like initiate one off of, like you just did there. Or even just timing. Like if the ground dips a little bit, you can actually get it on like the little, when it comes back up.
Which big shout outs to Casually Clutching, who after we kind of thought that this category was dead, just came in and was like, actually, what if we just did all this? And I swear he made up these hob slides. I still am not sure if he's cheating or not, but not really. He's a long time runner. But
how recently?
It makes the whole game look within the last year, right? Since he kind of transitioned Merkez to C2.
I would say the last 2 years he managed to ruin all 3 games. So yeah, that's really enjoyed having him around. I love clutching, but the damage he's done to Crash 1 and 3 is absolutely unforgivable. It's not okay.
Yeah, cause the routes to be completely changed is wild.
After 6 years of saying Crash 2 is the worst by a mile, it's now the best one by a mile. So here we are.
That happens sometimes. You want to talk about hole skips real quick?
Yeah, so what Gappy tried to do there is like, there's like a little like ledge kind of that allows you to kind of be on it, but if you stop, you're like, there are these weird like gaps you can skip with hob sliding that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't always work. It's like a spacing thing, and it's really hard to really tell if you're in the right spacing. There's going to be a few more of them like attempted throughout the run, I believe, and sometimes they just do not work, and then you get a little time loss. That's just how it goes.
Sometimes sayings don't work. The epitome of crash games.
Ain't that
Exactly. And with what Hammy said about the like scenery and stuff, you can do it on Crash 2 more than Crash 3 because those are the two with the super slide, as Gaffy called it.
The hog slide.
It's way more prominent or way more apparent in Crash 2, or way more spots where you can use it in Crash 2 than it is in Crash 3. Crash 3 is like more like straightforward how you get them, and Crash 2 has a lot of like tricky, cool spots and a lot of like cool little hole skips like you did and stuff like that that isn't really that much of a focus in 3. So that's an interesting difference between them.
Now, yeah, there are a few chase levels like that in this game, and each one you really just have to learn it. As with anything that you don't get to see ahead of you, it takes some time, but they really do start to feel like the most rewarding levels, at least for me. And you can pretty much maintain a hob through most of them. And you can even do it off of Ripperoo here, which this boss is the same every time. So although this is a masterpiece in platforming, it's a little bit of a snore in bosses.
Yeah, those chase levels are definitely. Those chase levels are definitely like hard to memorize. It does take a lot of practice. I've ran the OG and NST games, all 3 of them, and I still don't have a single one of those levels memorized.
You know what's crazy to me, actually? I've obviously run this game for a pretty significant amount of hours, and I play OG, and the chase levels just feel different. They're the same exact layout, but just the way the camera works and everything, like, no, I don't know this level at all.
Was it weird to get used to just like the complete graphic overhaul that is the Insane trilogy?
Oh yeah, I'm glad that I kind of waited some time throughout life. I definitely was an early onboarder for this game, and this was actually my first speed game ever.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Yeah, I got used to it fairly quick, but you definitely see it from people that were long-time original runners and stuff that this game is not as preferred, and it's mostly for control purposes.
Now it's the favorite.
Oh, I mean, it's obviously the best.
Nice. What got you interested in speedrunning this particular one?
Funnily enough, so way back when, we were all kind of trapped in our houses in 2020. A buddy of mine had started running Banjo-Kazooie. Shout out Schlongster, my OG.
Shout out.
And I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. And I thought, man, I'm too dumb to do a speedrun. So I picked Crash 2 because I was like, all you have to do is hold forward, right?
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. So I do think it is a really good run to get into because you can see your improvement, and the community was really nice. So even though I just pretty much did a let's play with a timer, you have a lot of room to improve on from there, and it feels satisfying. And so you start off like an hour 30, and then it's like, whoa, first major goal's a sub hour. It's like, I actually know what these levels are. And then you start implementing hob slides and stuff. It's like, well, now I'm sub 50, and then each minute barrier from there just feels, so satisfying. And
oh yeah,
now that I've been de-rusting and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss it. Life has had me go on different directions, but you know, you never forget your first love.
For us. Yeah, I appreciate you making the time to show it off for us, Gaffy.
Hey, it definitely wouldn't have happened without you, so thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Nice work. Where are we headed next?
Yeah, what do we got coming up? Oh, that's right. Our vehicle level, which thankfully we don't have too many in this game, but it's the lovable polar, which actually my emotes and stuff are styled off of.
Cute.
Hammy, do you know how the polar bear works?
I know it's pretty much like almost an auto scroller level, but you do have a boost that you hit. Is it square?
I press R1, but
I press R1 as well. Yeah,
okay.
I have no clue what the normal button is.
I don't remember. I haven't ran this game. Yeah, I haven't ran this game in like years. I don't remember what all the buttons are.
Chat, what is jump? Tell us, please.
Jump is
R1.
It's
no,
like,
that's boost.
I'm kidding.
Is it square?
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's R1 for boost and X for jump is what I use at least.
Oh, okay. But yeah, normally when you boost on polar, there's like a bit of a cooldown that you can't boost again. But if you jump at the end of the boost, you can pretty much boost as soon as you land again. So that's why Gaffy's doing all these jumps at the end of its boost and just allows him to get to the end very, very quickly.
One thing kind of funny from the original is in the original, the jump is the thing that is fast, but in this game, the boost is the thing that's fast. So you want to try and extend that boost for as long as possible, but you still want to get that jump before the cooldown hits. So it's kind of a fun little, just more skill ceiling things.
So probably tough to go from the classic experience to the insane experience.
Now, that being said, he does control a lot better in this game. So if you're going for completion, there are 3 very legendary, very notorious boxes that are just so hard to hit on original. That's just kind of free in this game, and we're very thankful for that.
Shoutouts to 3 Nerf, Polar, and Crash 4.
Oh, yeah.
That was the worst vehicle they've ever made, I think.
It wasn't great.
No, but yeah, this game is also like I know a lot of people like think it's just like an HD like upgrade.
I gotta show the funny for the fans.
Oh yeah, do it.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Good job.
Hey, nice.
That was an intentional death. This is the first secret exit. Ooh,
secrets.
For some reason, you can just jump on that mine.
And then, that is
jump off of. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is a thing. But yeah, this game, a lot of people think it's just like a graphic overhaul, but actually, like, it was completely like built fresh. So nothing is. It may look similar to the OG games, but it is like playing a completely different game.
Pretty much the only thing that's the exact same is like the level layout.
Yeah.
Everything from the movement to the physics is all going to be different.
There's a little part of me that smiles. Way back when, I mean, shoot, over 4 years ago now, anytime I get a triple box hob, the first experience I ever had with our own Merkaz here was him helping out a newer C3 runner, Nason, Australian, doesn't run the games anymore. But yeah, so if I ever get a triple box hob, I always think of you, Merc.
Aw, that's sweet.
Let's go. I love triple box hobs. I don't even remember when they were like invented or used, but basically like you slide into the lower box and start a hob slide, like a slide spin jump, and the top box knocks you down to the ground instead of like having to be on a slanted ground. So that's a way you can get it on flat ground like that. And it is very timing heavy, so it's not that easy to do. So Gabby is actually doing the movement really well here.
Thank you.
The ice levels especially are always so tricky. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Too much slip and slide action.
People love ice physics.
Ice physics is not the greatest thing about this game. I think everyone can
Crash has
agree.
words for you.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this is the first level where triple mask really matters. Which yeah, I'll focus up.
I love getting hobs on these little half pipes.
So
It's actually
because
a really
there's just
cool level design.
so much stuff in here, like you don't want to have to stop all the time. You don't have to watch about fan blades. So if you get just triple mask, you can just hob slide throughout all of it. Which, yeah, the camera kind of struggles to keep up. It's awesome.
This is one of those like scenarios where triple mask just saves so much time, so it's actually worth it over the animation. And same like having these two mask hairs. I don't know if you're going to damage abuse.
I do a single abuse.
Okay.
Because I'm scared of the spiky boys at the end. Their hitbox don't make any sense. I didn't.
Yeah, this
okay.
level is tough. Nice.
So I don't remember.
Get it on the big stage. All right.
Gaffy,
Oh,
you have it.
Now you're on the stage.
Thank you. See, that's why I keep you guys around.
That has happened to me more times than I would like to admit.
FreeTimeLoss.com. All right.
All right. So right there, Gaffy does have to wait like a second before going over to the portal because if you move too quickly, you can get stuck like behind like the a load zone, and you pretty much soft lock there, and you have to exit and re-enter the game.
Which I don't have autosave on, so then you got to save, load it again. It's no fun.
It also resets when you go into another level. Like, I think you can go down and into another level, like down to like warp 6. But I don't know if I remember that correctly. But regardless, yes, if you enter a boss portal too fast, it will just like soft lock you from entering it. But this boss fight is the only one where you exit a level that is right next to it. At the end of the warp, so this one is the only one where you actually like have to consciously wait before entering. But also, you don't want to wait too long. It's just like half a second or something. But
Delicate balance.
I have accidentally gone into that boss portal too fast so many times. So now I'm just I don't mess with it most of the time.
That is the biggest new runner offender of Crash 2. It's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to learn Crash 2 like 2 days later. It's just like, I got into this portal twice and it doesn't work. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Punished for being too fast.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a thing.
It's okay. Just a quick
can we
little
blame
swim.
Pill?
Sure, who's that?
It's something that only has a couple niche things around here, but became a big like joke in the community because Crash does have a pill-sized hitbox instead of like a square like a lot of games. So it'll make it where your feet kind of slide off a platform sometimes and other goofy things, which we do have one really funny use case coming up later.
Ooh, okay.
Stay tuned.
You will like land and then fall off because you're like on the edge, and it's just really weird.
Okay, realistically, it was a skill issue, but I like to have my Johns. Yeah, this is another level where you can see a timer in the bottom right. This is to get the secret gem, which, annoyingly put in our way. So we'll have to try and avoid that.
How dare they?
But it's a yellow gem. It opens up the secret path somewhere else.
Oh, how did you know?
I think there are...
Me who only runs completion.
I think there are 3 gems throughout the run that you want to skip. Like, you get offered 3 gems, like, right in your path, basically, and you want to skip all of them because it's just like a 7-second time loss or something like that.
All right. This is my favorite level. I'm going to go for something really dumb just for you guys.
Oh, second hole skip?
Yes, sir. Oh. Yep.
A third hole skip.
Raid boss.
So you see smart use of hole skips, and then this fence, which doesn't line up with your spacing at all. Or you're trying again. That's bold.
I have Sony's good spot. Like also dropped it. Oh, you guys.
I think I saw you falling for like just a little bit.
Yep. The pill take away and the pill giveth.
It certainly does.
Kind of just scared you a little bit there. It was like, hey,
yeah,
don't attempt that again. Yeah. I hope we see more as a presentation of
yeah, that's my bad.
Of completion crash runs in GDQ events and hotfixes, because those are massively underrepresented and really cool.
I mean, Potty's killing it.
No, but in events, right? Like, if he got 105 in or something like that, that would be cool. But just having like some full completion, because it is cool categories, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to completion. I never really gave this game too much completion love as far as runs go. But it's something that I've always said, yeah, I should really go back and do that. But
then you never
other
do.
projects, and yeah. Eventually something just has its last attempt, you know?
Yeah.
I think Hundo in this game is really good. It's like an hour and 20 and, you know, still has a lot of like the movement aspect of it, and breaking boxes is just fun. We like breaking stuff, you know?
Yeah, Hundo in this game is pretty cool, except for Cold Hard Crash.
True.
No, it's fine. It's a skill issue.
All right, I take it back.
Yes,
Hundo is not cool anymore. Never mind.
It's 102.
So, Road to Ruin. This is one of the levels where the game actually changes your like diagonals or how much you move by using your diagonals. So, like, if you play on D-pad, you will notice that in this level it's a lot harder to like make Crash like. On analog, I mean, it's way harder to make him like move the way you want to, because they've made it harder for you to like stare off these like narrow platforms that you're on. So that might trip you up sometimes, and in general, you don't have a lot of space to go in. So it's a very hard level.
I feel very validated now that you've said that. Thank you. I always thought
like,
this
why
level
am I
was
so
weird.
bad at these levels?
Yeah.
So I have my two hot takes in this game, and just how I play it with my hands. I don't touch the D-pad at all. And I also do slide spins with R1 and circle, but then I chain my hob slides with circle square.
Hey,
That is so weird.
Oh.
you've got a system and it
Yeah.
works for you.
I thought it just seemed normal, and then anyone I ever talked to that also played this game was like, whoa, no, you're weird. Well, maybe.
Respectfully, of course, yes.
Yeah, respectfully.
I don't really think there's a big merit in D-pad in Crash 2.
A lot of people like them for
Like-
like Ruination and stuff like that, just since it's 2D style.
Yeah.
But I try, and whatever reason, it just, ooh.
But
I turn to
having
my dad
different
playing Call of
buttons,
Duty. I'm looking at the floor like nothing makes sense.
having different buttons for starting a hold slide and like chaining a hold
Yeah.
slide is an interesting and respectfully weird thing to do. You know?
But yeah, there's another level of Triple Mass. Sometimes they go so fast you can't even talk about it.
I think the sewer levels are my favorite in Crash 2.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, especially when you
Yeah,
start
they're
actually pressing for like good cycles and stuff like that. It feels really satisfying. But okay, coming up next, we have another polar bear level.
Yay! We love polar bears. They're so cute.
Do you know what the polar bear's name is?
Actually, I don't remember.
It's really creative. In case anybody forgot, it's polar.
Of course it is. It's perfect.
Because, yeah.
Because why not?
And these levels are really just like kind of straightforward. You just want to hold boost and then jump at the end and avoid
Don't
everything
hit
that
things, yeah.
is in your way. Yeah.
Learn the cycles of those ice pillars. That's kind of a big one.
There's one tricky one where you think they're gonna move and they don't move.
Yeah.
It gets me so many times.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's like more of a proximity thing than it is a global cycle like everything else.
Good job. That was an impressive one.
Thank you.
You did
Didn't
kind of
even
zoom
die.
through that. I think I have like 40 seconds of time saving that level in my run.
There's no way. In an any percent fashion?
Yeah.
Murkas.
All right, guess you got to come back. Gotta start running the game again.
But man, we're already on our third boss, Tiny Tiger.
Yeah, cruising. So what's the deal with Tiny?
He's a big bully.
Yeah, he sucks and he doesn't work. No, so he jumps on these platforms, and after I think 3 jumps, he turns one of them red, and that's the one that's gonna fall, and you have to bait him on that platform. Sometimes though, he decides he does not want to go on that platform. He jumps over straight on you, or skips a platform, or like just turns. He can do a lot of weird stuff that no one knows the reasoning as to why he does it.
And it is a run killer. Yeah.
Yes. Even when you expect
lucky.
it.
So the last one, you only get 1 jump, and then it'll pick any of the 9 squares. So you try and make it so you go to the center as your second one, so that way you can adjust and go to any other square. Well, sometimes it likes to pick the middle square, which means, oh boy, now you got to start running Tiny around. Never fun.
So, I actually want to ask, since we have the gracious like GDQ community around us, if any like people who like finding glitches in speedrun, there is an insta-kill in that boss fight where you jump on the lower left platform, I think, and then sometimes he just dies and loses all of his lives. There are some people in our community that has found semi-ish, not really run-viable methods of doing that, but it has not yet been done in a PB, as far as I know, and it's it's very experimented with, but not viable. So we would love to have that viable. So if someone want to come and save us like 50 seconds, consistently, please feel free to do so. That would be great.
Watching did that in the tournament race against me that we did a few months ago.
I remember that.
Wait, Tiny? The Tiny insta-kill?
Yeah, clutching
GG.
one of the best runners in the game.
Just to
versus
flex?
me, who's not great at this game. And he did the Tiny glitch.
I remember his reaction to that because I was watching. So yeah, in these B levels, there are these beehives where Gaffy can jump on them and get hop sites on them, and there is like a mud where you can dive into if you press square on them, and that makes it really dangerous to do a double slide because you buffer your spin. So if you fail your double slide, you're almost guaranteed to go into the ground.
Which is exactly what happened. It was very cool.
Yeah.
It's funny though, so like these hives all look the same, but I swear each of them has a custom unique hitbox, because some of them you hop slide off of very easily, and then some it just doesn't happen.
It's a spacing and like on the side of them kind of thing, and on mud they are basically always guaranteed. They're really easy to do if they're on the mud.
The B level is tough. Is there 2 B levels, or are there 2 B levels?
there
Okay,
are.
yeah.
Yes.
We got another one coming. Ooh.
There we got the second and the last ruin level.
Thank
This
goodness.
is also well known for being very difficult.
That's
Yeah,
Pill.
the monkey raid boss.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's the hardest part of the level.
you named the monkey?
Actually, I don't know if anyone has yet. I think we can set the precedent right now.
Gaffy, you gotta tell us what's the monkey called?
I mean,
Think
it's
about
got to
it.
be Tippy now.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll be the clown. I'll be the monkey. I take on this responsibility. You're gonna think about me every time you get there now.
You should be proud. You've ended so many runs.
Yeah, if I step on your little tippy toe, you're gonna know.
Ooh.
That's a
So
problem.
that
one thing
was
Gaffy wants to do. One thing Gaffy wants to do coming out of this level is come out with two masks, because there's one level coming up where he wants to get triple mask in to avoid all the hangrail sections. So it's very important he didn't die there on tilted towers, as we call
those tilted towers because your depth perception is just like non-existent. And there's no marker like Crash 4 has that says, hey, you're standing over this. So it's killed me so many times. Especially when you're trying to go like real fast, try and get that good cycle. Oh, but yay, we have 2 masks. Hooray.
Yay. Gaffy, we have a question coming in from chat.
Yeah.
They want to know what is your favorite boss to go up against in the entirety of the Crash series?
Ooh, none from this game.
Okay, none.
Probably Crash 4's engine is really cool.
I'm trying to remember how that fight goes. That game was very tough.
Or Rocket Head.
Okay.
It's like a big old rock concert, and mix of as best as you can do for a platformer boss fight is like jump over things, duck over things, or under things.
What about you, chat? You have any favorites? I like, I think it's Dingo Dial. Is that the ice one?
Yeah.
I was going to say Dingo Dial from Crash 3 also.
Yeah.
The one where you don't do anything, like you just jump over.
You just jump over the crystals.
Yep. Short and sweet.
That feels like such like an oversight, like originally, you know, like it's just like, oh yeah, here you have these boss mechanics and you literally just jump over.
It's like, we're going to teach you how walls work.
So yeah, you guys just saw me not have to take the monkey bars of shame, which is what I dubbed them, because if you don't get triple mass there, it's so slow.
Nice.
And you can't just hob slide across the lava the entire time.
A little bit of a reminiscence, I guess. If you've ever played like the Wrath of Cortex, like the PS2 game,
it's Twok.
That is
the real Crash 4.
Yeah, exactly. that is some bad hangrails. Like those hangrails move at the like snail speed, and everything you can do to avoid those is worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, it's October.
Oh, it is October. I didn't even do it. I didn't do a single
abstain.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
So it used to be. I don't really know the story. It's just, you know, people call October different things, and it ended up being Twoktober, which is the Wrath of Cortex, and it was a month where people just played this game a lot.
Oh.
It's not a bad game.
I don't know how to describe it, because it's like enjoyably awful. Like the game isn't good, but it's weirdly enjoyable to play to full completion. Like it's a very chill time.
You know, it's actually really funny because this game came out on Halloween in 1997.
What?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, fun facts. So I guess they had a vision and they went for it on Halloween. Very cool.
So I want to pat myself on the back because this is like my second favorite level, and getting that triple mask and actually going across the snake winding road with hob slides is pretty precise. So to actually hit it, I'm like, oh, I still got it, baby.
Yo, let's go, Gappy.
As I said, your movement is looking really good. Like, and like you've gotten a lot of like the masks you want and / like damage abuses you want and stuff. Like this run so far has been looking really good.
Yeah, maybe I should have had a load remove timer on, but oh well.
We can always
43 can wait for tomorrow.
You know?
Are you timing yourself?
That too. Nah.
Okay, that's for the best.
Yeah. I get a red splititis. It scares me.
I do too.
You just never have splits, and then you're never red, or always compare against like some of worst, and then you're never red. You know.
Oh, so I don't tell a lot of people this, but you know what? Yeah, you go ahead first.
Oh, I was just saying you skipped the mask because that is a mask that wouldn't really do anything. Like just to point an example.
But yeah, while we were talking about Twok, this is kind of one of the reasons I picked this game to be my first speed game. Was back in the day, I didn't have a memory card for my GameCube. And when I was like bored in the summer or whatever, I would boot up Twalk and try and beat that for the day or something. And so I played a lot of Twalk. Oh gosh.
Did you ever play it with friends or family?
My sisters, you know, we passed the controller.
Oh yeah, nice. That's cool. Does your family know that you speedrun, Gaffy? And
No.
if so, what? Oh, okay. I was like, if so, what did they think about it? But I guess they're never gonna know.
I don't know why. It I mean, Twitch and stuff in general kind of became my like safe haven area. So I was like, you know what? Maybe one day, but for now, it's just kind of my space.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
So normally Gaffy would have triple mask here, but since you lost that,
Porcupine had another idea.
Yeah, so you see him avoid the gem there, and he got through it with only one mask lost, and that is really good. So it didn't actually lose that much time. But that is usually like a horror show if you don't have triple mask. That is not a very enjoyable place.
I actually, without a mask, I don't think it's possible to get through that. I can get by with one, but zero, nah.
It is possible. It's just very, very hard. It almost feels like luck because of that one section where you lost a mask.
Do you have a mask going into like most levels?
It actually follows you from your previous levels, so the level routing is intentional in that design.
Okay.
So we can go into certain levels with more masks.
Nice.
Although there are levels that will take your masks.
Yep,
like
that is true.
most of the chase levels will take your masks, except for the last one, where there is a mask in a bonus section, so that they allow you to take masks in there. That's the outlier.
Oh.
I think most of the vehicle levels in Crash Stream, not most, the motorcycle and the plane also does that. I don't think there are any other levels in Crash 2 that does it though. Some bosses. Does any bosses take it away? No. Oh, sad.
Cortex maybe?
Oh, the new thing?
I don't know, just in general, taking away your mask.
Oh, taking away. Yeah, Cortex takes away your mask. So yeah, there are like routing things that you have to like take out because like you can't do these levels because you need this one mask there, right? Stuff like that. I think there are a few options in Crash 2 where like, oh, if you lose this mask, you can technically do another option. That's not too bad, but the routing is so optimized in all of the games now that you don't really have much of an like most of your masks are assigned to like a specific damage abuse or a specific like triple mask, and if you unintentionally lose one, then you are gonna lose time.
You have to adapt.
So remember that thing we teased earlier? The funny thing about the pill? Well, here's actually where it makes, because we used to damage abuse to keep a mask, but now you stand in one particular section, and man, it looks like we're getting shot by a laser, don't it?
It
Pill says no.
It looks like Crash's.
So then we save the mask. Oh yeah, he's got mad traps. Putting in the work today.
Nice, yeah, and you get to keep it now.
Yep, and now I get to keep the mask, which Warp 5, we're going into our final set of levels, is very tight on masks and very essential to have them.
All right, you got this.
All right,
and I think most people probably recognize two of these levels in this Warp as like probably one of like some of the hardest like platforming levels around. I would say like the space levels, they have some awful hitboxes on some of the
squid
enemies.
Yeah,
oh my god, the squids.
They have some questionable hitboxes. There are some really funny clips from janks of this game, so if you're ever interested in that, you should look that up because there are some hilarious things happening in Crash games.
So this level used to be kind of challenging, especially in completion, since if you lose this Firefly, you just can't see. Especially you're playing on a CRT, There is no chance. This game, you can see perfectly fine. So luckily we go fast enough, it's not a concern anyway in an any percent run. But if you do decide to play on completion, just play on a monitor and you don't have to worry about it.
Easy peasy.
But yeah, so that makes this level kind of easy, and we get to get a mask, so that way we can go into those difficult sections, getting triple mask and having a little bit of leeway. Now,
and yeah, this is a gimmick that they've done in one variation or another in all three of the mainline games, including some of the later like spin-offs like PS2 GBA games and stuff like that, like having either a mask or a firefly that lights up the level for you.
Ooh, all right, this is a hard cycle to hit. It's so rewarding though.
All right, you can do it. I believe in you.
I don't, but thank you.
But yeah, one of my like favorite details I remember hearing about like level design for this game is that they want to give you like a 3D-ish like design, but they want to take away like at least one of your senses in like each of the levels. So with like the night level, they want to take away your vision. Chase levels, taking away your vision, or like they'll put the camera at like a different angle just so you can't see as well. They'll take away some time. That's also like a sense of time, so some urgency in the chase level as well. So I just really like the philosophy behind some of the level design in the original trilogy.
Yeah, for sure.
I never really thought about it like that. Cool.
Now, that was honestly one of the best attempts I've ever done at that triple mask, which made it really funny for it to be the worst follow-up after the triple mask. But I was so excited to get the good triple mask. So I think we take those.
Absolutely. So a little fun fact that the casual players might not know about in this level. You know, when you stand on these arrows and those balls come down on you, you can spin those.
Oh yeah,
and
that will alleviate a lot of pain.
And they will not hit you. I am sure a lot of people did not know that you could spin those, because I did not when I
did not either.
First played it. I was shocked when I saw it.
Now we're going to our first jetpack level, because this one also has another mask for us. And yeah, my thought is at least it's not the jet ski.
Actually, I agree with you.
Yep.
At least it's like a pleasant floating, you know?
Yeah.
All right, question for y'all. Do you guys invert your controls for the jetpacks?
Oh,
No.
heavens, no.
I feel like I'm one of the only people that invert their controls for this.
So former world record holder Chambers used to do inverted, which it doesn't save that. I don't know what I was thinking. It doesn't save that. So every beginning of his run, he just had to menu and turn on inverted controls. And eventually, after I can't imagine how many hours, he's like, you know what? I'm tired of losing these 2.3 seconds. I'm just going to learn it the non-inverted way. I'm like, that's crazy.
Oh, wow. That must be tough to do, because I am pretty sure I play inverted for these like kind of flying sections too. So having to do that on the fly would be weird. Switch.
Very weird.
Oh, there we go. In chat, Lexi inverts.
We got a couple.
Ooh, all right. One mask going into the hardest level of the game. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. You got this.
I think we're gonna take it a little safer. A little
Dude,
bit.
your analog is so bad, even when not hop sliding, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is unfortunate. There's a very weird like damage abuse where I feel like the damage abuse lasts so much longer in that section than any other.
Yeah,
like,
it's specifically the shocks, because if you get squished, it's about half as long.
Yeah, so the damage, like how long you have immunity after a damage depends on how you take damage, which is, I don't know if that's normal, but that doesn't sound very normal.
It doesn't make any sense. But we take it. Thank you, Tangway. There we go. If you don't get the double slide, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I always find it funny how like on those guys with like the big orange ring that you slide into, that even if you hit them on the ring, as long as you're sliding, you'll kill them.
Yeah, even on the top.
You don't need to like it. The way the design looks, it makes it look like you need to hit their feet, but as long as you're sliding.
Nicely done, Gaffy.
Thank you.
Good job. So something that's worth noting with like the double slides is like if you do a double slide and you fail it, like it's a risk reward thing. It's really good and you can set up level to look like smoothly and save so much time with double slides. Then if you just mess up one, your entire spacing, like everything is just off. Like there's so much risk to that, and it's very easy to mess up like once or twice during a level where you do like 10. Like it's really easy to not have it perfectly, and it's kind of hard to reel back in when your spacing is all off. Because this game is a lot about spacing and stuff too.
Very much.
More than people realize, I think.
All right, so this level's nice. I take this 1 damage abuse, which is why I very much wanted to leave with a mask. And then I can just hold X the entire level.
Oh, nice.
You know, assuming I don't mess up, which, it happens.
Yeah, no big deal.
Also, Gappy wants to do everything in his power to not like miss that crystal and have to turn back, because once you start turning on the jetpack, there's no going back.
I don't know what you're
this
talking
vehicle
about.
doesn't work very well.
It's really weird. Like, how much time do you think it would waste to like kind of do a little U-turn?
Oh man, 30 seconds.
It would be like it would be like 3 to 5, depending on how like, because it kind of lags behind trying to turn back again, and it's like controls like turn around, and it's just janky. It's
But okay,
janky.
final level.
All right, yeah, we
Here we
did the 2
go.
jetpacks. We're done with the jetpacks, right? Right?
Yes.
Right?
Right?
A very climactic final boss. Couldn't be me. But yeah, so there's some new thing which I clearly didn't practice well enough, but you can actually early control the jetpack and get ahead of Cortex at the beginning.
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
newer thing since I've started running this game again. So that was yeah. There we go. Yeah. One more hit.
And
To
it's
me-
done by holding space when you go in. Okay, we're closing in on time here.
I don't know this cycle. Wish me luck.
You got this.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Hey.
Time.
GG.
Oh, GG.
I'm glad I got to
Good
go
job.
custom with it.
Look at Cortex getting out of here, mister. Good job, Gaffy.
Yay, we did it. Actually, I'm very happy with that run. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Absolutely. It looks like
That was very good.
It looks like we got in with a time of 50:49. What do you think?
Let's go. Oh
good
man,
job.
Underestimate.
underestimate, and that's always important.
So what happens to Cortex? I don't remember. He just like
Well,
Lost in
what about
space?
the Cortex Vortex? You know, it's still up there. That is an adventure
he
for
starts
next
talking with-
time.
Yeah, exactly.
another
Bandicoot
time.
3 Warped.
Well, thank you so much, Gaffy, for showing this game off. Do you want to do any shout outs or comments before we head over to the break?
Yeah, absolutely, and appreciate it. So first off, thank everybody for being here. This was my first time ever actually being part of a GDQ thing. So I went to my
Yay.
first event last January, and so it's kind of been a big big thing that I was hoping to be a little more involved with, and being able to do my first speed game, which I'm a little rusty with, was so enjoyable. If you like me, or Hollow Knight is like the big thing that I run nowadays. I started Astrobot recently. Check me out on Twitch. I'm actually doing a big, and I'm very proud of it, hopefully it's finished soon, but a world record progression and kind of trick showcase thing for Astrobot. So that'll be releasing on YouTube soon. And give some love to my commentators. They're both so awesome, and I love them. And thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you for having us. I always enjoy just a chance to have some banter with my friends, you know?
Yes, well,
Thank you for
Tiffy,
inviting me
for everything. And congrats on 5 years of this awesome show.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Gosh. Well, listen, y'all, before we head over to the next game, make sure you follow Gaffy Taffy here on Twitch, as well as Hammerhead Labs and Merkaz. I'm sure you could find them around the neighborhood if you hit that follow button. But before we break, I do want to give a big shout out to all of our amazing supporters, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered here on the GDQ Twitch channel help support the Games Done Quick Hotfix. So if you do enjoy watching shows in our Hotfix lineup, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can learn more about everything Hotfix at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. And if you want to be a little more involved, all right, everybody. Hi, welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. You are watching Time Capsule, and it's the final episode and the final run for the show. I'm Smooth Operative. I've been hosting this show for almost 5 years with my wonderful commentator, Richard, our producer. Say hi, Richard.
Hello.
Nice to have you
Thank you for
here.
letting me join.
Of course. I have been working with Richard for so long, it kind of just felt appropriate. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually looked at our DMs and we messaged 5 years ago. We've been working for 5 years together.
It's been an awesome 5 years, and we are going to wrap up the show here tonight. So I'm going to show off a category for y'all. It is Tomb Raider 2 secrets. So we're going to be collecting all the secrets in the game. There's 48, and hopefully we can get them all. So Richard, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay.
You're usually the one that says that, but I got to say it today.
I know. You did. Thank you. So right away, we are dropped off in a level called the Great Wall. And so as I said before, we are doing all secrets. So our first one is here, right across the ledge. And pay close attention to Lara's sound. She goes, So if y'all could just do that another 47 times for me, that would be great. And there are usually 3 secrets per level. Kind of depends. Once we start getting towards the end of the game, you won't see as many. But this run is pretty tough to learn, or it's not tough. It's not too tough to learn, but it's pretty tough to master. So I'm going to just do my best. I've been working on this run for quite a few months now. Okay, so right here we are actually going to try to do something that's called a flare glitch. If you try to pull a flare while you're underwater grabbing an item, Lara will basically pull out a free flare, which we will get to use up here. And we need to be a bit careful to avoid things like crows and spiders, and a lot of traps in this level as well. Okay, so that was a rolling corner bug. Feels good to get that one. Otherwise, you have to kind of go around. Yeah, see, these spiders are pretty vicious, Richard.
Yeah, but you're just going to bite back.
Arr. Yeah, I'm actually also going to be trying to pick up extra med packs and stuff along the way, because sometimes the health situation can be a little bit unpredictable in this game. There's a lot of humanoid enemies with guns. And I'll do my best to remember to like save in places like here and there. Like maybe I'll just so we remember how to save. Okay, great. We're doing that.
I believe in you.
Thanks. All right, so we are heading over to our second secret. And what do we say? That's what we say. All right, we've got 2 now. I'm probably not going to remember to count everyone, so I'm going to need some help from y'all. Okay, I'm going to pick this extra med pack up as well and try to avoid the spinning discs of death. So coming up here, we have what is called a dive bug. And if I do this correctly, we should be able to dive all the way to the floor without taking much damage. I am going to save because I want to make sure this lineup is right. Okay, great. So down here, if you're familiar with secrets, there are typically some visitors that try to say hello to Lara. And one of them is a T-Rex. So that's Diane. Say hello to Diane.
Hello.
I'm hoping she won't stop to talk to us. We will see. All right. I do need to set this back up again. This corner, honestly, y'all, loves to troll me.
And while you do this,
All
we
right.
do have a question from the chat and asking if this is from the PlayStation, and this is the remastered version of that original PlayStation game. And this is being played on PC here.
Yes. Okay, awesome. We made it out of the Great Wall, and I am playing this with a controller as well, in case anyone was wondering. It's a PlayStation 4 controller.
Oh, the best kind.
I find the PS5 controller like a little bit too heavy.
Chunky. It's too chunky.
Yeah, it's like really, really heavy. So I just kind of prefer this one. Okay, heading into hopefully a little swim bug. Okay, cool. So Lara can do a lot of things that will put her... Oh, yeah, she missed that one. She'll do a lot of things that will put her on top of wherever she's trying to glitch through. So you see me go through this down here, but then Lara ends up here on the awning, so... Okay, that's better. It's not too bad if you miss it. You just set it up again. I tried to actually shoot the window, not remembering that I already shot it. And this level is called Venice. This actually used to be my favorite level growing up. I played Venice a lot because I wasn't very good at the game, so I could get through the Great Wall and then get to Venice, and then this is kind of where I would hang out.
Hey, I mean, it looks great, so...
Yeah. And especially I feel so spoiled having the remaster, so not everybody gets one of their favorite game.
You know, you mentioned you played this as a kid, and something that I wanted to ask you is how long have you been running it? Because obviously I've known you for 5 years, but you've been running this for longer than that.
Yeah, I started running this game in the summer of 2017. Speedrunning was something that I just started getting into, and I wasn't really sure what game I wanted to run. I hadn't played any of the classic Tomb Raider games in a long time at that point, so Eventually, I made my way back to Tomb Raider 2, knowing it would be a big challenge for me. It's very precise in movement and things. But I really like it. There's something kind of mesmerizing about classic Tomb Raider runs, all of them. So I keep at it. And Secrets is a great category too, because you get to see all of the levels and all the secret spots. But that's how long I've been speedrunning, Richard. What about you?
I've been speedrunning since 2016. I started with Mega Man 6.
Nice.
Way back when.
Do you still speedrun the game from time to time?
I was actually practicing earlier this week. I had actually played a little bit of Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Oh, nice.
And you know, I was actually, now that you're talking about it, I'm actually looking at the list of all of the shows here that we've had on Time Capsule here. And I was curious how many times we've had various Tomb Raider games on. And yeah, this is actually the 9th appearance of a various Tomb Raider game. But we've had Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider 1, Shadow. We had All Secrets on one other time, it looks like.
Yeah, Stealth ran Classic All Secrets. That is a very challenging run. Absolutely slayed it.
That was back in 2022, before news of this remaster was even a thing. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so this one likes to troll me from time to time. Now is one of those times. So I have to kind of get Lara up against this wall. And I'm trying to get her in like a really weird state. Like this. And if all goes according to plan, she will grab that. But I might have placed it in a bad spot. So let me try this again. And if not, maybe we'll do a quick little save. Yeah, we'll see if I can save this because I don't want the flare to run out. Okay, nice. You have to get a kind of precise angle with that underwater. I guess it would be considered like a quap, but we'll talk more about quaps later in a few levels. Okay, so now we're in Bartoli's hideout. We took the boat. Oh, I left a rat alive. Sorry. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but Lara is after the Dagger of Xian, which is a magical dagger that has the power to turn its user into a dragon. What do you think about that, Richard?
Well, I mean, people tell me that my name is an anagram of Rich Dragon, which technically it is, but it's actually just my name backwards. So, I mean, I think I have an affinity to dragons.
Yes. Rich Dragon is my new favorite nickname for you.
Oh no, it's all over.
Okay, let's see. So this is like kind of a little step bug. You just kind of gotta like massage into the wall somehow. That's how that works. Okay. So that balcony is actually considered like a glitch. You're not allowed to do that in glitchless. Okay. Got to take care of the dogs. And then we're gonna say hello and goodbye to this gentleman. There's a lot of that, so get excited.
So be prepared. Is that what we should do?
Yes. It's honestly the reason Secrets is so great is because you get to use the grenade launcher for things. And I'm going to use it again right here to take care of this guy. And I'm going to try to like trigger skip some enemies. There's usually like 2 guys with like bats or something and a dog, and you don't want those to spawn if you can help it, because they just waste time and they are mean. Yeah, that's a good point. Ken brought up, you do get to see the game kind of you can toggle the graphics back and forth. So I will be doing that throughout the run in various places. Okay. The dogs do not like Lara. And we're going to actually be trying to make a pretty tricky jump here off the chandelier. I don't usually set this up anymore, but we'll see what happens. Oh.
Absolutely, I can.
Okay, hi. I made a really bad decision, y'all. I have my save load on a button that also mutes me, so that's fun. So I'll be trying to also manage that every time we save the game. It'll just be an added part of the difficulty.
The real secret is actually just what you say in that time, you know? That's the 49th secret.
Yeah. No, I realized I was muted for you, and then I was like, wait, am I muted for the stream too? Okay. All right, we want to get out of Bartoli's hideout. And this level end is kind of tough, because these guys just really try to shoot Lara down, but luckily, we don't need to worry about that. Oh, I'm doing old strats. It is, I will say something about this run for me, is I originally learned it on Classic. So some things are different about Remastered. And the use of flares is one of them to get through walls and stuff. So I'm not doing a great job showing this one off. But it goes something like that. All right. We got the last secret in Bartoli's, and we are headed to the Opera House.
Speaking of opera houses, we did have, former opera singer on Zem92 all the way back in episode 8.
Ratchet and Clank, I imagine.
Yeah, it was up your arsenal.
Fan favorite, I think, that one.
Yeah, we'll be referencing some of the past Time Capsule episodes here because obviously with this being the finale of Time Capsule, I do want to celebrate, Even in the pinned message, we have a link to the playlist if anyone's interested in hearing or watching any of the past episodes. You can be sure to check those out.
Thank you, Richard.
My personal favorite probably being Final Fantasy X, which we split up into 2 parts.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. We had Camper on, I think, for that one.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. I like Final Fantasy X a lot. It's like one of those nostalgic games for me, too. Okay, picking up the gold secret.
We have a comment from Spacey in chat who is commenting, imagine being in that playlist, you know? Spacey did Sekiro.
Yeah.
Back in 2023, basically a year ago.
Yeah, and if y'all haven't seen that run, there's a lot of really cool air swimming that happens. I don't think I could manage it, but it is a very cool run. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. The dog is spicy. Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to save again here. Okay, so it's not saving that does it, it's just loading. Okay, I think I figured out the secret to doing this on the fly.
That's the 50th secret, everyone.
I had to test it right there. If I just press the input again real quick before like it reloads, then we're good. Okay, we got the Jade secret. Nice. And then I'm gonna do a kind of a funny little glitch for this one. You need to get to the wall. You have to get into this wall at kind of a specific angle, and then we're gonna like push her to the top, so like that, and avoiding enemies if possible. There are 48 secrets total. Saw that question pop up in the chat. All right, so we've got 2 dudes here. I'm gonna shoot this one, and then we're gonna try to take care of this guy. Now, in classic Tomb Raider 2, this guy, sometimes you have to shoot him in a really specific spot to get this item to drop right here. And I'm gonna see if I can get this to work. Nice. Okay, so that's the classic way to do it. If I had messed that up, we would have needed to use a flare, but yeah, you can save a flare there if you just do some classic strats, so that was good. And now we're going kind of under the stage, and the opera house is a murky, spooky level. It's an abandoned opera house. And this is kind of where the villain, Marco Bartoli, you know, this is where the crew gathers. They're trying to figure out how they can get their hands on the dagger too.
You know, while you're talking about them being under the stage, to peel the curtain back a little bit, can you believe 5 years ago, I was just doing these shows from home. And now there's a whole studio.
Yeah, you were doing shows from home, and now there is a big studio. How do you feel about that change, Richard?
All right, it's not a very big studio, but
but it's still a place.
But there are 6 monitors here, as opposed to I'm pretty sure at the time I had 2. I don't know how I survived on 2 monitors at home.
Richard's over there like JP and Grandma's boy. Okay, I'm actually gonna ditch this flare because you don't want to get trolled. And the flare has like a bit of a timer. It's kind of long. It's like a minute, but still. All right, nice. So that's just a little ladder clip that we do. You can climb the ladders, but it's a little bit slow, so we don't bother with that too much. And now I just have to try to get out of the level. And I think I'm going to use a small med pack just in case I get hit with the box, which you'll see. Okay, we're good. I died there in a practice the other day, so I don't want to get hit by that box again. All right, now it's just a matter of kind of getting out of the level unscathed. So we're gonna get in this plane, and this is where Bartoli and the boys are on the plane. And they've captured Lara. Oh no, how are we gonna get out of this room? We're stuck. So we're gonna take a little look around the place and see what we can find. Oh, it's a way out of the room, just behind this box. Wow, who would have imagined? They're very smart for keeping Lara in here. Where she can't escape at all. I mean, but she did. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna have to get Lara's weaponry back. The pistols are still on the plane, so that's where I'm headed now. On the plane. All right, nice, we got him back. So coming up is actually a pretty tricky section of the run. It's called a flicker, and we're gonna do this with a flare. So the way that this works, and I'm gonna kind of take my time with this. I'm gonna light a flare, we're gonna save, and I'm gonna try to get Lara kind of caught in this like state of rolling. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Okay, she didn't want to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna load back real quick and try to do this again. This glitch, I'm telling you, loves to troll me. I'm not even worried about it right now. We'll get there eventually. But hopefully, I'm trying to basically make it so that I can use this flare all the way up to the next section. And I think maybe we'll save here just to see if I can get this. This is, like I said, kind of a tricky one. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very peculiar, and I will say something about the flares is that they're almost all different. So you saw the flare run out there. If I had kept the flare and done that with an appropriate amount of time left, we would have been able to glitch right up this ladder. But you know what? It happens sometimes, and I'm not even worried about it. Moving on, we are sunsetting the show, in case anyone forgot. And there you go. Nice little sunset in the rig.
Oh. You're going to make me cry.
No, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. I think out of all the things in that game, that trolls me the most. So, you know, it took a little bit of time, but I'm glad we made it through. So now we are on our way to get the Jade secret, and you don't have to be too careful here, but you have to be a little bit careful because Lara is right next to a very big fan, and if you get too close to it, it will suck you in and kill you, and we definitely don't want that. All right, now that we have that, we are out of this area, thank goodness. And we are gonna go take care of the goons that we passed at the beginning of the level. So we're making our way back.
Speaking of goons, that reminds me of one of our episodes that we had where we had 2 goons doing 2-player, 1 controller, Final Fantasy X-2. You know, Camper returned with Campo Steve to do 2-player, 1 controller when they just so happened to visit each other.
That was really special.
Episode, and it was so surprising because of all the times that it lined up to be in the middle of the week for the episode.
Yeah. X-2 is a good game as well. Okay, so I made a save here because this glitch is very particular. If you are familiar with the game QWOP by Bennett Foddy, I believe, then you'll kind of understand why this glitch is called the QWOP. So I'm going to get into the state after this step. And we got to avoid some obstacles here. And if I hold action, Lara will go straight through this door, so. All right, so I'm here just trying to take this med pack from the guy. You can use him to get up here if you line it up proper, but I'm gonna do this a little bit different. Okay, cool. I'm gonna toss that over there. We're gonna take care of this big boy here. He's trying to gun Lara down. All right, cool. He was actually pretty nice to me. And this section in Classic is notoriously tough because you have to kind of dance around with that enemy to get him to die right here. And instead, you get to use flares in Remaster to do things like that. So you don't have to rely so heavily on enemies, which is really, really nice. And welcome to Stroopwafel Hall. It's a very sweet place. No danger. And we're making our way over to the gold secret. So we're gonna get to use the Uzis here, I believe. So pick that up. Gonna draw the Uzis. We just got a couple of guys we gotta take care of. Okay, so here, I'm trying to like kind of get into like a very particular position. So I think I'll actually line it up here like this. And we're gonna light a flare. And I'm gonna try to glitch up to this top platform. Okay, nice. So up here, there's the green key card, and you don't actually have to pick this up if you don't want to, but I like to pick this up because it's a different way to exit the level, and the other way to exit would be like with a flare, and sometimes the flare glitches can be a little bit complicated, so they're all different, they're all unique. Okay. Okay, nice. Sometimes it's tricky to get up on that particular one, so I'm gonna kill this guy for an extra med. Thank you. And we can make our way out of the level with the help of this green key card that I mentioned. So. All right, let's get the heck out of here. This is just kind of like a casual swim out of the end of the level, so just have to do a little pull of the lever, and we're on our way.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And one of the things about Remaster that is actually pretty cool, if you do mess up a level, instead of your whole game being completely messed up, you can actually restart levels from the beginning. So if I were to die in this level, for example, I would, in theory, be able to reset. So, okay. Gotta kill these guys and steal their stuff. I didn't get them to line up in a good way, but that's okay. Pick up some flares and pick up this med pack. Okay, my health doesn't look the best, so we'll use one. And then we got another secret. Nice. That one's really easy to miss, actually, in casual playthrough. Okay, so this ladder is so long. Like, if you were to climb this ladder, it would take a full minute. So we aren't going to do that. We're just going to go right up top.
Speaking of really long ladders, you know, we had Metal Gear Solid 3 on 2 times. Again, that was last week's episode, but then that was also episode 7.
Yeah, I love Metal Gear, and Apache showing off the Karatan run especially was like the highlight of life because I love the Karatans. So I'm excited for that one to go up on the YouTube soon.
Yeah, it's already up actually, if anyone missed it.
Nice. Okay, so this one likes to be a little bit of a troll sometimes. I'm trying to do another flare clip essentially through this part of the map. Actually, that looks pretty good. I think I could probably save here. Yeah, nice, like that. Okay. So now, I am actually going to make the decision to not pick up the auto pistols, and instead we're going to try to do another quap. So have to get her in the quap phase, get it going, and then I can't let go forward, have to do a jump. And ideally, we want her to go right under the door like that so it will open. Awesome. That can be tough to time.
That's great.
Thanks. And then there is a guy with a flamethrower around. I sometimes don't wait for him. Oh, he's taking forever. Okay, he's doing something else, so we're just gonna ignore him and hope that I don't die. Okay, you go over there, sir. Have a great afternoon. Or evening, I guess. Is it Halloween yet for you, Richard? What time is it?
It is 11:41, so it is not quite Halloween yet.
Almost.
But speaking of Halloween, you know, we had a couple of episodes obviously around Halloween in the past. We had in 2020, 4 years ago, on the 27th of October, we had Luigi's Mansion and Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes, let's go. Luigi's Mansion is a game I've always wanted to play and haven't had the opportunity. So I want to do that one day. And Conker's, we did play a lot of multiplayer. There was like a kind of a little multiplayer mode that we used to play. I think you could be like a little teddy bear with a flamethrower or something. And that was
actually, yeah, looking back at last year's Halloween, actually, so you actually hosted the Halloween Spooktacular with Ecdysis.
I did, yeah.
You actually had a little bit of a gap in your episodes there last year, but you were still hosting anyways.
Yeah. I think church is hosting Halloween this year, so y'all will have that to look forward to, hanging out with church.
Yep, we have a lot of spooky games on the schedule. Exclamation point schedule.
Oh yeah, good segue. Okay, so that's the section I like to do in Classic because of the way the swim bug works. It's just easier for me. So what's happening here? Bartoli and his boys are trying to shake up a monk named Brother Chen, and they're trying to find out the location of an item called the Seraph, and that is supposed to take them to basically the area that will eventually lead to opening the big Temple of Xian, which we'll get to eventually. But that is pretty much it for diving area, so I hope you like sharks because we are going to see a lot of them. It is time to go for a big swim. And I put this in classic as well because it's just easier to like line up the barrels. Like they have kind of a little path laid out for you with these barrels on where to go. So it just kind of helps to keep it in classic graphics. But if you're curious what the level looks like, it's like that, and we'll see more of it. Oh yes, and barracudas, sharks and barracudas will be present. And I
blue barracudas?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
There you go. At least I think so. I mean, I don't know, like, for sure.
Shout out to the blue barracudas.
Shout outs. Some of you will know what we're talking about. Okay, let's kill this guy. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so I try to take care of that guy pretty quick. Then we're gonna get out of here, hopefully unscathed. I don't hear any shots fired. That is excellent. I don't think I could have asked for a better room. I have no health damage. So that's great.
We have Saint in chat asking if there's any water games on Time Capsule. And do you remember the time that we got to talk to the Monterey Bay Aquarium people?
I do, yeah. We stopped doing events with them, which made me sad, but it was quite the highlight of that week. Yeah. Being able to do Ocean Week was a lot of fun. We had like SpongeBob and some good games on.
You've run Abzu in the past?
Yeah, we had a little special on where, Mike hated the name of it. It was the Absolutely Flowery Pathless Journey, and it was like...
I loved it.
All the games from like the Journey devs and Giant Squid. I got to host that with Sancho, so shout outs. Oh, happy little bonk. Okay, I'm gonna save actually.
He was a guest in the past as well. You know, a lot of people from that Eco Last Guardian Shadow community. Also, rest in peace to Theo, who ran the Last Guardian back in 2022. Big shout outs.
Yeah, Theo sadly passed away after the episode, and RIP, he will be missed.
That was our halfway point to 100 episodes, episode 50. That was 2016, Volume 1 with The Last Guardian. Be sure to check that out. It was a great episode.
According to my calculations, this is like the 113th episode.
Yep, 113.
Okay, there you go.
And a little bit more on the stats, actually, because I find it very interesting. So, in 113 episodes, you've shown over 220 different games.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
Also, over 225 different runners.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, on average, you've shown essentially 2 different games and 2 different runners every episode. So, yeah, that's a lot more than a lot of other shows can say. Yeah.
Well,
that's why the part of why I'm going to miss this show so much.
Aw, I honestly have gotten to meet so many great people through this show and doing work on this show for games that like you wouldn't have even considered. Like we had Peter Jackson's King Kong on, the Kong Boys as they like to call themselves, and that community I keep a little eye on. Shout out to them. We had a game called Glover, which was an absolute trip. Lots of really good obscure games, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this...
Looking at...
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
I was just about to say, I'm looking at this list of all of these different games that's been shown off, and they're just so many unique games on here. Yeah, this is not a unique game, but I'm looking at it and I'm surprised. I didn't realize Saint ran Demon Souls before.
Yeah,
Saint
that was like
was on in episode 3.
Yeah, it was the 3rd episode, Saint, and now he's such a big part of my life. That guy is a brat.
As
Okay.
you look over in the room.
So you try to save meds, right? But you can't always save the meds.
Yeah.
So we're gonna redo this little dive bug and see if he'll be a little bit nicer to me. Like, actually, that was pretty mean because I have a lot of health left, so that was just completely unlucky. But I'll try to keep a better eye on my health. Okay. We'll just do a large med since they're very trigger happy. Okay.
Speaking of being trigger happy, we actually had someone named Bomb Happy on, who did Kirby Blindfolded, if you remember that.
Oh my god, and his daughter showed up, right? That was so cute. I think I remember her wanting to sit on her dad's lap in the middle of the run. If it's the run that I'm thinking of.
I think.
I might be mistaking, but...
We had Celeste on a steering wheel, too.
We did have Celeste on a steering wheel. That was a trip, too. So many, like, interesting runs.
Yeah, if anyone is looking for the Celeste steering wheel one, that was episode 61 on August 16th of 2022. Kayla did a Celeste run using a steering wheel controller. That's just mind-blowing.
Flat out impressive. Which year was featured the most in Time Capsule? That's a good question. I tried my very best not to like repeat episodes too much. And so y'all will have to forgive me if I misremember some games or names because there were, as Richard and I said, 113 episodes. So sometimes
right here, it's looking like
up.
there were a few volume 7s here.
That seems like it checks out. It might have been 2004 if I had, yeah. Okay, Dane said 2004. I think it might be 2004.
I mean, there's 1998, volume 7, 2005, volume 7, 2000, volume 7.
There's a lot of good games. What can I say?
Yeah. And again, I like you're one of the showrunners that has repeated games the least. I'm looking at the spreadsheet right now of all of the games, and the most that a game has ever been showcased off is... Okay, there's only one instance of a game being shown off 3 times. Turns out it's this. But everything else has either been shown off once or twice.
I'm trying to think. So it must have been an any % run of this, or... Because I know Stealth did secrets, but I'm not sure about... I'm trying to remember now, like, what else was happening for this. Okay, y'all, we're actually going to take...
Footy did a run in 2020.
Oh, God, yeah, that was like one of the very, very early ones. I think I got him to run the Christmas mod.
That was right before Christmas.
That's what it was.
That was our Christmas episode.
That was really cool of Footy to do that.
And we had, I mean, obviously that was this year, but we had, different game on from the year as well. We had Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces, too.
Oh, yeah.
Alongside this.
That was a trippy run. Okay, so this trick, it's kind of like a little banana jump. You try to, just do that. Curve around the corner, and it can be a little bit tricky, so good, we didn't mess that up. And we're going to be doing like a lot of box pushing, so get ready.
Speaking of pushing boxes, I guess you don't really push boxes in this game, but I do think of the very square nature of this game. There is one more appearance of a three-peat game. It's SM64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64. It's hard to, you got to pay respects, right? It's such a hard game to run and to do. I think
one of them was randomizer.
Oh, yeah. And we had, I think, was it 70 Star?
Yeah. And yeah.
And another one that was like all the stars. But Mario is a game that's just like another really tough platformer. I think in an alternate universe, I'm a Mario 64 speedrunner. Don't tell Lara, even though she's right here. When I was a kid, I really wanted a Nintendo 64 because all my friends had one. And you better believe we were playing Mario and everything else. So my siblings really wanted a PlayStation, and they voted me out, and then I ended up here with Lara. So, yeah, that's the story. And maybe somewhere in some universe, I'm speedrunning Mario right now. Okay, this one's a little scary. You gotta like kind of very carefully maneuver over those barrels. Great. And at some point, the NVIDIA recorder came on, so I don't know if the game is looking janky at all, but you let me know. Okay. Yeah. I can just see the tiny little recording button at the bottom of my screen.
That. That's fine.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, so y'all can see that. That's so funny.
That just so you have extra evidence that this run happened.
Yes. Okay, we're doing another little flare embed to the wall, so there we go.
You never know when you're going to get a world record. I mean, I think we know for this run, but, we did have a world record on last year, I believe.
And last episode.
Or actually, yeah, last episode and earlier this year, rather, because we got an Ori and the Will of the Wisps record.
Yeah, we did.
At the end of July, yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting. I didn't check today, but a couple of days ago, I had the world record for this category. Definitely, there's room for improvement on this run. It's a very long one, so I'm hoping we can get close to that time, but we shall see. Oh, these guys decided to spawn, huh? Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I kind of want to try something, and I'm serious when I say it's a little bit experimental. There is a way to kind of bypass... There's a way to like bypass these gentlemen, and I'm gonna see if this will work. I'm only gonna try it once. Okay, she doesn't want to do it, so I'm not gonna show that off today, but there is a little way you can like skip some of the enemies that we're about to see. But
sometimes you gotta be a little bit experimental, that's kind of what Time Capsule's been throughout the years.
It has. I mean, this show pretty much just spawned because I wanted to relive those awesome little memories of playing games with friends, and honestly, everybody on the show really did that for me. So if you were a runner on the show at all, thank you so much. Okay, so this is my little thing that I've been doing. I've been picking up the circuit breaker key. You're not really supposed to do it, but I find that I can get a little bit of a better flare embed here, and so I just kind of go for it in the secrets run, and it just works. It's nice. Okay, this section really likes to troll me, so here goes. Okay. Almost out of this spooky place. Yeah, I don't know what it is about those little platforms. It's kind of peculiar jumping, and sometimes she just misses the ledge grab, so. But no matter, we are heading down into the boat. All right, so I kind of killed that guy in like a strange spot, but we'll be back for him because he drops a med pack, I think. Yeah, Tomb Raider Legend came out in, I want to say 2006. Someone speaking about it in the chat. Which is a game I used to run, Tomb Raider Legend. Probably have showed it off for maybe a showrunner showcase in the past.
You ran it for, I think it was 2022, one of the showrunner showcases.
I feel like I hosted like 2 in a row of the showcases that year.
Yeah, you hosted, but then you also ran.
Those were tough times, fun times. Okay. So we are about to go swimming with the sharks. I hope you're ready.
I'm scared of sharks.
I mean, rightly so. These sharks are pretty scary.
You know, over the last 5 years, I feel like you along with Igdices have helped me get out of my massive fear of spooky games. So I appreciate you and Ek for that.
We can't forget, of course, Richard, you can't forget the time that we raced Faith, the Unholy Trinity.
And I screamed at Tex. Yeah, well, it could have been anything. It could have been anything.
I was so proud of you because the game is just pretty scary, like kind of retro graphics.
But also very scary.
It was a good time. Okay, I can pick up this key. Wow, actually, the sharks were pretty nice to me. They didn't take me out. Oh, aha, thank you.
We have our previous runner, Gaffy, saying Ek has made me scared of malls. And, you know, sure, Dead Rising has zombies in it, but what's scarier, that or malls nowadays, which are just abandoned? You know, there could be anything in malls nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Those abandoned mall videos.
Every mall is abandoned now. Nobody goes to malls.
They get pretty creepy. Actually, the last time I did go to a mall, I got sick. Probably
see, that's the real fear, is the fear of food poisoning.
Get the fear of just, like, germs. Okay. We're almost out of this level. I'm just going to make a little glitch through that trapdoor. And we're going to try to make a pretty big jump here unscathed. Okay, nice. There are some guys that are shooting me, but we're going to pick up the M16 because we're going to be using it a lot for the rest of the run. Okay. And I could maybe get eaten by like barracudas and eels and stuff. But let's hope that doesn't happen.
I sure hope that doesn't happen.
Okay.
What a way to go.
Yeah. And this isn't even, these aren't even the biggest eels. We'll see.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, cool. So heading into, gosh, what's this level called? Living Quarters? This level can be pretty tough. Bear with me while I try to get this. Yeah. So the idea is to kind of like go through this, yeah, like that. and you can kind of skip the trapdoor that way. It wastes some time if you don't get it, but we got it on the second try, so that's good.
Nice.
And we're going to be kind of working on some rolling corner bug again. And I got to be careful here because there is like a guy that can shoot Lara here. It hasn't really happened to me in like a while, but it always makes me nervous trying to do this. Come on, Lara. Don't be bratty. There we go. Nice. And this sequence of jumps that you're gonna see is really tough. So give me a second. Okay, there's the guy shooting now. Okay, nice. He did. I don't think he shot me at all. A little back flip of faith there.
Speaking of faith, you also hosted another show way back when.
It's true. I used to host a show called Tree Fort, and at that time we were all about showcasing female speedrunning talent, and now of course we get a lot of that with Frame Fatales, so I think it evolved from Tree Fort, and was happy to be able to do that show for a little while.
Yeah, I remember that was the first time I met you, was the first in-studio Frame Fatales event.
Yeah, I literally walked up to Richard and I was like, "Don't leave. I'm scared of doing tech alone."
Yeah, because we went to PAX right then too.
Yeah, I was like,
you
okay.
did great.
It's my first time in the studio doing all of this with new equipment, and Richard's not here. This is fine.
Yeah, but now you get to show off your expertise in the future. For anyone that doesn't know, Tippy is assistant manager for Hotfix. So we'll be continuing on while Tippy doesn't have a show coming up in the future. She'll be able to support all of the shows.
Yeah, y'all will see me hanging out a little bit more in the Games Done Quick Discord, and I'm just kind of hoping to spread the awareness for Hotfix. I know a lot of people still don't even know it exists, and going to be maintaining that schedule graphic. So hopefully I will do well in the role. Time will tell, but I'm nervous. I'm excited. It'll be something different.
I believe in you.
Thank you, Richard. Okay. Definitely don't want to get bit by these barracudas. The level is actually, or the end of the level is coming up a little bit faster than you might expect. So we just gotta kind of make our way around here. And then there's like a really precise timing to that. So you can kind of just grab the ledge at like the right time, and then you don't have to worry about the slope at all. Okay, this one doesn't look great. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, people in chat, giving you the congratulations, and I couldn't think of anyone better for the role. I am very excited because, like I said, you've been able to show off so many different games and different communities, and being able to share that with other showrunners is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that that we can have some more fun,
Yeah, and I'm actually just scrolling through this list of games again, and this is not a dig on you, but there are just so many games that start with the letter S, and I just can't believe that.
Like, what's a good one that you can think of?
Anything with super.
You got us. You got us, Richard. And thank y'all for the congrats.
Mario, Monkey.
Ape Escape was one of my favorites too. We had Drunk Kami on, I think 2 episodes with different ape games.
Yeah.
Always fun hanging out with Kami. All right, I'm gonna try to do this flare. real quick. Like, we want to get... Oh, okay. She didn't want to do it that time. But...
Speaking of, you know, we also had Metal Gear Solid, which I put in wrong initially. I put Metal Gear Solid. I thought it was a typo. That's just Ape Escape Metal Gear.
It is, yeah. No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
realize.
That was really fun. Okay. It took me a minute to get this flare. As I said, they're all just a little bit different. So one flare setup doesn't always work for everything. But that's how that works.
Yeah, this is a monkey adjacent game because, you know, people are kind of monkeys, right? But we had We Fit You.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at the list and I remember how impressive that run was.
I feel like y'all are really going through the yearbook with me and Richard. Like,
yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh my God. Can we get an actual yearbook and have all the runners sign it? Our yearbooks?
Oh, that would be so cute. I am going to be honest. My senior high yearbook is whoa, that's never happened before. Cool. I actually don't have my yearbook. I took somebody's yearbook to sign, right? Because sometimes your friends, they want a long note of how you're going to miss them so much. And so I took the notebook of my friend and never gave it back.
Oh my God.
She's got to be so upset, right? I'm horrible.
No, it's fine.
And I don't know where it is, so sorry, Brittany.
I actually know exactly where my yearbook is because I'm using it to prop up something else.
Oh, like your desk or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Just a like a little stand, basically.
Uh-huh.
And sorry to OmniGamer, but that's also where my speedrun science book is as well. I know exactly where this are.
Shout outs to Fan Gamer, right?
Yeah. I actually bought that because one of the pictures from GDQ was in there that I took. So.
Oh, nice. I have the book. I'll have to bring it out and take a look at it myself. I got it like right when we started Time Capsule because originally I was the concept for the show was to really like dive deep into some of these nostalgic things, like what was going on with technology and stuff at the time. But I realized pretty quickly that it is tough to get or to ask runners to elaborate on such topics when they're trying to do a very hard run. So it kind of evolved, and honestly, I'm happy with how it's been. So it evolved for the good. All right, these guys super love to troll me. I'm scared. Okay, that was terrifying. Sometimes they're just like not in a good spot. Way back in the day, I ran this for a GDQ 2019, and those guys really trolled me good. So I don't forget that. And I hold a grudge. All right. We're just kind of cruising. We're like hanging. We're already in Tibet. Nice. This level is not my favorite because you are kind of on you're at the whim of a vehicle, basically. And that vehicle is a very clunky snowmobile. Mind your ears. It's going to be loud. And here is just a tiny little skip we do to skip some birds that spawn. Okay, so gonna make our way across the canyon, and there is our very first secret here, the stone dragon.
Not the rich dragon?
The rich dragon's at the end, Richard. You're gonna have to wait for the rich dragon. But here's the skidoo. Look, pray for me. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Get your bless emotes in chat.
Okay. We have to kind of maneuver like very specifically. Okay. And we will be making saves in this level because, again, this thing is unpredictable sometimes. Ooh, I thought I was gonna fall off the edge there.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. This is fine. Okay, so I'll be honest. I don't know if I need these. They are grenades, but they're my emotional support grenades. I might need them later. I don't know. So we'll see. Oh, trying to do kind of like a little ladder bug here. It's just like a small time save if I can do it. Typically, it's not this hard. There we go. All right. Whoops. All right, so now you can jump across the canyon there if you want to. It's a little bit risky, so typically runners will save before doing it. I find that it's about the same if you go around, so I just go around. Clunk, clunk. And we're just straight up bulldozing these guys. Sorry. Okay.
But also not sorry.
But yeah, absolutely not sorry whatsoever. Bye. Okay, we got another dragon. Yahoo! I've lost count. How do you think we're doing?
Great.
Awesome. I'm still laughing about the little accidental recording. I'm so sorry. I don't actually know what I pressed to make that happen, but if I can break it, it will be done. Tibet is actually one of my favorite levels just aesthetically for the glow up. They added like a lot of these really beautiful little sparkles. You can kind of see them here. If I go back to classic, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry for the flashbang. Yeah, it's bad. So.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
It's nostalgic, right? It brings you back.
Okay, grab it, Lara. We gotta be real quick on this one because there's another guy on, yep, there he is. And we definitely don't want that guy to come after us, so. Well, that was really weird. I like lost, I felt like I lost the inputs completely for like a second. If it looks very scary on all of these skinny little platforms, it is. Just gonna throw that out there. All right, now I don't normally stop here, but this guy drops a small med pack, and it's just nice. It's just a little peace of mind thing. So if you do think about picking up this run, that's an option for you. Okay. Oh, we're finally about to get off of this vehicle, and this is the only vehicle in the game, thank goodness. So, nice, we finished that. Not too many hiccups. Yeah, it's a little, exactly, it's a little confidence boost. And those confidence boosts are in various places throughout the run.
Speaking of, you've done a great job over the last 5 years boosting the confidence of all the runners. I mean, even last week, right? We had Apache talk about this show was the first time that he had ever been on any kind of marathon, and he was super nervous. And then,
oh yeah,
even the last 4 years, now he's knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, now Apache's like a complete superstar. Like,
yeah, helping out at UKSG as well.
Yeah.
Other marathons like.
Absolutely cool to see.
And you were the gateway speedrunner for the speedrunning show for him.
I'm okay with that. Apache is good people. Okay, wow. Yeah. These guys are mean.
That's what I've loved about this show a lot, is because it's actually been a lot of people's first experience doing either marathon runs or being on the GDQ channel. So that's part of why I'm happy that you're moving on to a bigger role where you can help other showrunners, and I'm sad that this show specifically will be ending.
Aw, I mean, who knows? They might call me back for some kind of random thing. You never know what can happen, right?
We'll have you do a one-off or something. Open up the time capsule in 50 years from now.
Yeah, this episode, like itself, is a time capsule. We'll be, Richard and I will be like old many years from, yeah, like checking out this episode with all of you. Thank you all for being here. No, it's always amazing when someone says that like the show boosted their confidence or anything like that, because when I was like just getting started showcasing runs, I was really nervous myself, and like I just wanted someone to take me by the hand and say like, hey, it's okay, we're all just here to have fun. We're gonna show off our favorite games and just have a good time. So that's what it's all about, and I'm happy that I was able to do that with a lot of amazing people over the years. Oh wow, these guys were sleeping. Bit of an explosive ending for the skidoo, wouldn't you say? All right. Now we are in Arcane Monastery. I don't know where time has gone. I have no idea how we got here. Just gonna throw that out there.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, this one has like a pretty specific setup. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna pick up another batch of emotional support grenades, because you got to. And Lara can kind of go through this window. The idea is to skip an enemy that spawns there, who will typically break the window. It's like a little, I think it's usually a little scripted thing that happens, but. Okay, right into the ladder stuff. That also is a very long ladder. Now here, there's an interesting kind of quap that you can do. The setting for it is very precise, so we won't be showing that off today, but I am going to show off a trick that they usually do in any percent, and that is this little dive bug right here. So I'm trying to get Lara in like a really specific spot, and sometimes it's, there we go. Sometimes she just doesn't want to do it. Okay, so let's see if I can remember the setup. And Mr. Jappy Appian found this setup in particular with the buffers. I just kind of started doing this no buffer for a while, so awesome that he was able to figure out some kind of more consistent way to do that. So yeah, we can do that. That is a cool any percent thing. And we're heading deeper and deeper into the traps of the monastery. Now this one coming up is really tough. So I'm gonna do a little quick save here in case I get killed by the swinging balls of death. Okay, not perfect, but I didn't die, and I will take that. Oh. I gotta wait for this little, there we go. Can't wait for that spinning disc of death. And these little doors, it's pretty much like you hit them and you're dead. So we really try to avoid those at all costs. All right, gonna wait for that. Okay, the loudness should be almost over. It's a pretty loud section, I know. Okay, cool. So right now there's a battle going on above the water between the mercenaries and the monks. I'm hoping the monks will win, but it is a bit of a gamble. It's a bit of a toss-up. I would say usually they win most of the time. Okay, so in this level, you typically have to get 5 prayer wheels to leave, but we only need to get 1. So we're gonna pick up this one here, and then hopefully we will not mess up the trick and I'll be able to leave the level with just 1 instead of 5.
It's okay, the rest of the chat can get their prayers in. Make up the difference, you know?
Yeah, get your prayers in now. Because we only got 1. All right, that wasn't too bad. Sometimes the rolling corner bug will troll me at the end, but this is mostly the end of the level. We just have to get 1 more little secret right here. And there it is. Okay, so for the first prayer wheel, you need to just, like, activate it with, like, action. But for all of the other quote-unquote prayer wheels that we don't actually have, we're going to be using the Seraph in its place. So if you select it from the menu, instead of using the action button, it just kind of glitches out and thinks you have the other 4 prayer wheels. So that's kind of cool. I remember that discovery in Classic being a huge day for the Tomb Raider community because Barking Monastery is a notoriously long level. So being able to skip all that was pretty cool. Okay, so we got the Seraph from the deck, and now we are putting it here. And we are going to look for the Talion, which is basically the big chunky key that is going to open the Temple of Xi'an, where the dagger is located. All right. So I don't usually mess with this Yeti, but he can kind of push you around. And he can sometimes get up here, but it's like kind of rare. All right, we don't want anything to do with that Yeti. I try to avoid this cat at all costs. Sometimes it pushes me around, but this section can be a little bit tricky too. We're going to be like falling with style here, and on occasion it will go wrong, but hopefully not today. Just have to push this, or yeah, push that down, and we're going to pick up the mask here. I'm going to save my game. Sometimes this isn't good. We're going to pick that up and load it right back. I got to make sure I tap these inputs like very specifically. And yeah, then we can do a little cancel like that. And there will be more Yetis, so don't worry, we'll see more. Okay, this section too likes to troll me. But essentially we're trying to do a little corner bug here, like this. And jump over these. Okay, good. Not trolled. We just have to avoid the damage from that boulder, which can kill Lara pretty much instantly if we're not careful. So, heading over to the green secret, or the jade secret in this level. Sometimes the ladder glitches are tough as well. There's like a little bit of a timing to it, but okay, nice. We got the green secret. So now we just have, I think, the gold one left to get. Or maybe it's the stone one. I'm mixing them all up now.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, Oh yeah, the camera does like to troll me in remaster. So that'd be another reason why sometimes I'll switch back and forth. Oh shoot. Was trying to avoid the cats. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's the gold one. Yeah, because the first one was stone. Okay, thanks y'all. It's hard to keep them, it's hard to keep track of them sometimes. Okay, so you can do like a little flare to get up to the wall this way, but I have to revert to classic strats just because that's what I'm used to. And I had a hard time getting the hang of this flare embed in particular, so. Okay, but no matter, we are... Dude, I don't know what it is, but the level looks really dark for some reason, like extra spooky. Is it Halloween?
It's because
now?
It's Halloween, yeah. It's Halloween over here on the East Coast, so everything's just become darker, you know? Spooky.
Well, happy Halloween. Welcome to the Ice Palace.
Ghosts are out over here on the East Coast.
Ooh.
They're coming after you.
I think before this run... Oh, wait, what, Richard?
I was about to say, surprisingly, we had a very Halloween-themed game not on Halloween. It was Pumpkin Jack.
Yeah, Pumpkin Jack.
Yeah.
That was a cool game.
Christmas, or not Christmas, Halloween in July.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like a summer episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna do like a little bit of a seam bug here to get through, and it might seem like I'm walking on nothing, but there is like a special platform there that I am able to walk on or jump on, run on. So now we can keep trucking. And I'm gonna pick this one up just for safety. Don't really need it, but I mean, I might, I don't know. Okay. So now we're gonna have a little bit more fun with the Yetis. See if we can get a 3-for-1, or at least a 2-for-1. Oh, they were being too good today. But yeah, you get to do like a little grenade launch with the Yetis. Okay, so this one is hard to explain. Yeah. You're essentially using Lara's momentum from the bounce pad to like make her get up there at a really like specific angle, and it is kind of like a tight angle. I don't know why, but I always it's always a close call when I do it. Just I don't know. I should probably give it a little more breathing room, but at least we made it through. So we're gonna pick up the stone secret. And this secret, I will say, is the most forgotten secret. Like when I was initially learning this run, I think I forgot this 2 or 3 times. It was it was tough to remember that one. It's very hidden. Yeah, yes, thank you. So right now, this little thing fell, or big thing full of hot lava fell, and melted the ice so that Lara can pick up this beautiful gong hammer. Yeah, we'll do a save in the middle here in case the Yetis push me. But now that I have the gong hammer, we are gonna use it on, you guessed it, not the gong, because we're gonna skip it. But we would use it on the gong if we weren't skipping the gong. Always gotta outrun something in this game. All right, so we're gonna take a little climb. You can drop down all the way to the bottom of this area if you want to do a flare embed. I don't think it's worth it. It's too scary down there. I don't want to go down there. So
I agree. Yeah, it's way too scary down there.
We're not doing that.
Nope. Too scared.
You won't catch me dead using the gong. Exactly. So yeah, this is the gong in question that we skip. You see it for like a tiny little moment. And then here is the key that we need. So Lara picks it up. And we just have to get one more secret that is kind of stuck in this boss arena. So it's a little nerve-wracking because the boss spawns and you're just hoping the big chicken doesn't see you. Pretty much. Okay, so I'm gonna actually ditch that flare, and I'm gonna be trying to do what is called the weapon combine glitch. So with a series of inputs, I have kind of tricked the game into thinking that I am holding, oh dear. Oh, it's fine, okay. You can see Lara's kind of glitched out with her M16 right now. She's got like a little bit of a gun arm going on. We are going to combine this gun with the grenade launcher, and the grenade launcher is going to get real fast. So that makes quick work of the bird, and we are at everyone's favorite place, the Temple of Xian. We made it through the door, and we went and survived a big car chase in the snow. Y'all gotta play this game casually. It's pretty good.
Okay, I will.
I don't believe you somehow, Richard, but
wow.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
So we gotta kind of get down this waterfall. Temple of Xian, I would argue, is the hardest level in Secrets. It's a long level. There's a lot of stuff to do, so get ready. Okay. Have to line that up pretty precisely, and then we're essentially skipping this whole waterfall sequence. Like typically you would fall down and you wouldn't be able to get up to this zone that we are in, but because we have those fun little skips, we are able to do just that, so. All right, I'm not set too far back. We'll just have to redo this. It's funny because every time I accidentally like mute myself, Discord is giving me this actually really spooky sound. If anyone else is,
yeah, spooky.
It's like a ghost scream or something. Okay, try to do this again. Yeah, sometimes the angles are just weird, so no big deal on that. We got a little bit of running and gunning to do with these tigers. There are 2 of them. And we're headed into, it's a tough room, but it's one of my favorite rooms in the game. So we're gonna go grab the Jade secret for this level. But we have to go through like a couple of traps to get there, so. There we go. Okay, nice. Relatively unscathed so far. Okay, we're making a big jump to this one, y'all. And you have to kind of make that jump very specifically because you don't want the boulder to spawn that's right up there. And so you can kind of trick or skip that a bit. And now I'm just going to be trying to line this up. This is a pretty specific lineup. It doesn't always work, but nice. Okay. I do have like a little setup that I try to do for it, so that worked. Cool. But yeah, it's a cool room, like the bounce pad and everything. Don't y'all think?
Yeah. Wholeheartedly.
Yes. Okay, gotta avoid this one, and then we're headed over to the next secret, which I believe is the stone secret. I am gonna go ahead and try to kill these tigers before we head over there, just because they will actually follow you all across this little beach area and just like eat your health. So I just like to get rid of them a little bit early. And anyway, I hope you like lava because we're about to see a lot of it. It's going to be pretty hot. Kind of a difficult series of jumps here. Okay, we're falling with style there. Okay, nice. We got the stone and a lot of ammo. So this part of the run I enjoy because it's just kind of like glowy lava, beautiful sounds from the game. It's like scary as hell, but there's a sense of calm about it. And in a second here, I am going to do a little bit of a health check. I'm not too too worried about like my med count per se, but I am going to take a lot of damage in this upcoming section, so I want to make sure that I have enough health for all of that. Okay. So this is another ladder clip. And this one kind of sucks because if you don't like set it up right, like you can see that it's just kind of like eating my health.
You don't need that.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, sometimes you gotta finesse this a little bit. It can be a little annoying. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's like the most health damage you take from that. And we're gonna do something really wacky, y'all. We're gonna like go back up the waterfall. It's not the easiest thing to do, and sometimes it likes to be mean to me, but we're gonna see what we can do with this. And I usually switch this to graphics to classic because of the fact that it trolls me in modern a lot, in modern graphics. Okay, got one jump, and then one more. Nice. If you're not careful, like the current will just pull you in, and it's not pleasant.
I think that's why they say don't go chasing waterfalls.
That's exactly right. This is a prime example of that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that song came out around the same time.
I just looked it up. It was 1994.
Oh, okay. Well, hey,
so
a couple of years.
They warned you 3 years in advance not to do that.
Yeah, they did. Okay, we got the little bounce pads here. Gotta take the bird down and heading up to more fun glitches. Okay, this one I do switch this one to classic graphics because it is really hard to see in this zone.
I really love the ability that they give to just, you know, toggle it back and forth like that.
It is really cool that they let you do that.
And I mean, also they, like, you know, they had every opportunity to have, you know, changed the game significantly. But nope, you can still see it as if it was the OG game.
Oh yeah, and again, it does really come in handy for like setups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, especially for you if you've been playing it for so long, like you're just used to how it used to look, and being able to go back to that.
I know, it's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna show y'all. I'll do some toggle with the graphics in a level coming up at the end called Home Sweet Home. It's really stunning, the difference. Okay, so we have a bit of an odd glitch coming up here. I'm gonna be like trying to kind of glitch through this little pillar here up to the top, and I think I have enough health for this, but let me just try this again. Okay, that's fine. I'll set it back up. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Not quite understanding what could be the problem. I'm gonna try this maybe one more time, and if I can't get this going, we'll just climb the ladder like classic strats. There really shouldn't be There we go. Woohoo! Okay, my health is questionable, but we made it.
But your health isn't 0, so that's what matters.
Yeah, that is important. You'll have to forgive me. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. We're almost done with the run, so I'm gonna try to hang in there.
Got this.
Yeah, the exit out of this level is pretty long. You have to climb all these ladders and everything else.
You know, we're getting words from the chat for advice that both of us have ignored for 5 years at this point, drinking a sip of water.
Yeah.
There's been a constant recurring theme for both me and Tiffy is we are bad at drinking water. I literally told you yesterday. I got yelled at for when I was getting blood drawn. They're like, you need to drink more water. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I did take a sip of water. Feeling a little bit better about that.
Too.
Okay, this is a really tough section. Hold on, pray for me.
Prayers in chat. Blesses
Prayers
in chat.
Blesses in the chat. Okay. Okay, so we have to make a really long jump with an extended grab here. Okay, nice. That can be really tricky, especially if the guys are like chasing you, poking you around with their barbecue skewers, etc. So we definitely want to get out of there. This level is pretty short, floating islands, but that being said, it is very scary, and the spooks don't end because we've got kind of a scary situation coming up. We're going to be doing a void skip, so we are going to travel through the void with Lara, and hopefully we are going to do a good job. I think I might reload that. Okay, I might have been okay, but it was kind of tough for me to tell. Okay, back to the classic graphics. And nope. You have to be like in a really specific spot for Lara to get this to work. So okay, 1, count with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we can roll out of this. Nice. And all we gotta do, yeah, that is definitely a nerve, big nerves when you get here at the end of a run. Because the guys are after you. But yeah, this is coming up on the end of this level. And I think that might have actually been our final secret. Okay. So now it's the moment of truth. We get to figure out how many meds we made it. Here, so we got 4 large and 4 small. That is excellent. That's exactly what we want, and more.
Even better.
Okay, we want to take that guy out. And this is probably the scariest level in the room. the scariest room in the game coming up, because there are a lot of enemies, as you can see, and I have to really be quick on my med packs while I take care of this guy. Okay, so gonna be trying to give these guys the runaround, pick up the cracker. Okay, then we just got to get it right here. And as you can see, they're very mean to me. But that's why we need many, many, many med packs. Whew, okay, it feels good to get out of that room, y'all. It really does.
Nice.
Yeah, we're approaching the end of the game. So this is actually Bartoli himself as a dragon. So I have more than enough grenades here with 27-ish. And you only need 10 to defeat the final boss, so, or quote-unquote the final boss. This is the big showdown with the dragon. It's nice that you can kind of stand here and he's a good boy. Okay, nice. We got the dragon. Marco Bartoli is no more, and we can go home, right?
Yes.
Yes, we're going home. Oh, and as a flare check, we do have an extra one, which doesn't usually happen, nice. So that's fun. Okay, so Lara escapes the dragon's lair with her life. The whole place came down, and she made it all the way back home where she can relax in her comfy robe. But the cult has other plans for Lara, and it is home invasion, so we gotta take care of it. We're opening up the gun cupboard, and we're gonna take them out, y'all. We're gonna take them all out. We gotta protect the manor and Winston wherever he may be. All right, so we usually just take 2, and then there is a guy. Wow, okay, I've never seen that dog right there that I can recall. So cool. We are actually going to kind of round up the baddies while we look for another dog, which you can see way off in the distance. And check this out, y'all. This is classic. Yeah. Let that sink in. Absolutely terrifying getting to this level in Classic. So I gotta say, I really like the remaster, how they handled it with the beautiful moon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Thought I killed that guy. And this is the little garden party med pack. Again, it's just a little safety thing, so I'm just gonna pick that up and use it immediately. And then I try to kind of pull them all into the house because they line up pretty well sometimes. Guys, that's your cue. Okay, they line up pretty well sometimes. Okay, and then this is the final boss. I don't think he has a name, just nondescript home invader. And that's it. So time will be coming up a little differently. We're gonna watch Lara, and then when you see the credits, Richard, that's when it will be time.
Yep.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
And time.
GG.
Oh, thank you. Wow, we got to see. Oh, okay, we got all 48 secrets. It counts. What did you think of the run, Richard?
I think you did a great job closing out Time Capsule.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the run, Tippy?
I know it wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was pretty good overall. Couple of hiccups, but that's the run. So I mean, if if it interests you at all, I encourage you to join the Tomb Runner Discord, and there's a lot of great resources there and everything else. But yeah, that's really it for Time Capsule. I don't know what else to say.
What's next for you, Tippy?
Well, I will be, helping out with Hotfix behind the scenes. Gonna take on a little more of a support kind of role. So for any of the showrunners that might be watching, I just want to support you in any way that I can. And the goal is to have a big, fun, happy time with Hotfix. And I just want to promote that as much as possible. I do want to say thank you all for tuning in to this final episode of Time Capsule. It has been just an absolute wild ride, and I can't thank you enough for watching the show, to all the runners that guest starred on the show and commentators as well. It's been really fun. It's been a fun 5 years, so thank you for that. Richard, thank you for commentating with me.
Thank you for inviting me to commentate. I never get invited to commentate anything, so this was, this was a great experience. I am happy that, I got to meet you 5 years ago, work with you for 5 years, and continue to work with you. It's great, and thank you for being a great friend too.
Thank you so much. Yes, Richard and I have become very close over the last 5 years, so I'm super happy about that. But listen, friends, that's a wrap on the final episode of Time Capsule. I've been your host, Smooth Operative. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are curious about the run or my streams, you can always find me, twitch.tv/smoothoperative. I'm not done with this run, so I try to run this at least once a week. Feel free to stop by if you like. We'll talk about the run, get to know each other. It'll be fun. For more Hotfix, you can always check out the VODs on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you are watching this on YouTube for the future and you enjoyed the show, press the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you just missed out on our Hotfix shows tonight, stay tuned for a replay of RNG and Time Capsule coming up right after the break. Thank you all again so much for an awesome 5 years. I can't wait to see what we do with Hotfix. Have a happy Halloween wherever you are, and I'll see you around the neighborhood. Take it easy. Bye.